Welcome back to GarageBand Basics. Today we're mixing it up a bit. Before we actually get into GarageBand, we're going to begin with iMovie. Our project that we're looking at up next is to create a movie trailer, or a trailer of some sort. It could be a trailer that introduces an upcoming event. It could be a trailer for a movie, video game. It could be a trailer for practically anything, a club, organization, anything like that. Pretty much a trailer is just a highlight reel that's designed to build interest. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now, I'm going to use some of the examples that I used previously here, just for the sake of time. First off, I'm going to open up iMovie. Now, at this point, I'm assuming that you've already found your video and that you have it on your desktop. You've gone through the process of downloading it off of YouTube, and now you're ready to actually edit it a little bit. Now, a lot of the videos that you found for your previous narration, they had extra things in there that you wanted to get rid of, or they had extra parts in the beginning that you wanted to cut, or things in the middle that you wanted to cut. So that's what this is going to be looking at today, is some of those things, basic things in iMovie. So let's get started here. It would make sense, since a Mac is like a drag and drop kind of situation, that we could just drag our movies in here, but it doesn't quite work like that in iMovie. So to get our movie in here, to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to File, and I saved my movie to my desktop, so I'm going to go Import, Movies. Now, I'm going to scroll through here and look for the appropriate one that I want to use here. And I'm going to take the one from the previous narration and use that. So I go ahead and click Import. Okay, and we are all ready here. I've imported the video. This other video is from other projects that I've been working on here. We're just going to disregard that. In fact, we can go ahead and just delete that out of there so that it's not cluttering everything up in here. So, I'm going to go ahead and get that out of here. Alright, and I've got a little bit more space to work with here. Now, here is my previous video, and this is just my previewing area down here. This shows me the video, and actually when I mouse over it in the regular setting without the headphones plugged in, I can hear all of the sound actually come through. Okay, so I can get to very specific parts of the video that I want or don't want. Okay, in this case I'm going to grab the whole thing here, and I'm going to drag it up to our workspace. Okay, once it's up here, there are some spots in here that I don't want. For instance, I don't want this title sequence that's in here, the cheetah, grace, and speed. So I'm going to grab just that segment, highlight it from the very beginning, and once it's highlighted in the yellow here, I'm going to delete that out of there. Now, that clip is completely gone. Now, chances are I don't want the title at the end either, or all this extra stuff at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out of there too. Let's see here, right up to the frame, right there. Okay, and I just highlight all that, and I delete. Now, some other basic things that you may want to do is you may want to like cut the clip or reorganize the clip. If you need to do that, you can get to the part where you want to cut it, set up your cursor, and you can hit Command-Shift-S. And that will split your clip. Command-Shift-S. So now that clip is split right where I want it to be. If I want to split it again, we'll watch what happens here. Right there. Command-Shift-S. And now I've got a whole separate clip, 21-second clip that I can work with here. And the nice thing is, now I could drag that clip around to different parts here, and I can reorganize this. In fact, I could take this, put that at the end, and this allows you to really shuffle things around, which is kind of important for creating a trailer, because order isn't so much important in the trailer. What's important is a lot of very fast shots and You piece those together. So you could use multiple videos to actually create this. Okay? When I'm all done, when I've arranged everything and I like the way it looks, I'm not going to worry about the sound at all. Okay, so don't worry about the voice, don't worry about any of the music that's following the tracks or anything like that, because my end game is GarageBand. I am going to be sending it there. So, to get the movie into GarageBand so that I can use it, I go up to Share, and I'm going to share it to the media browser. So I go ahead and click Media Browser, and for our purposes, since we're working on this in class, it's a smaller project, we're going to just put the mobile size for now so that it publishes quickly. So go ahead and publish that. And we will fast forward a little bit here. Okay, now that that is done, what I'll be able to do is close up iMovie. I'm done here, and then I'm going to switch over to GarageBand. Really, this is the beauty of GarageBand and iMovie, is that they are interchangeable. They are designed to work together. So you can send files from one to the other, and the format of the file is all set up ahead of time here. So I'm opening GarageBand, and just like before, I'm going to go to a new project, and then I'm going to start a movie track. I'm going to go ahead and name this one Trailer Soundtrack. And that's the idea of what we're going to be creating here. So I create that. And like before, I have my movie track, and then I am ready to begin working. Now, here's the fun part about sharing it to the media browser. Here is your media browser. You have the option of audio. So if you have audio that's already pre-saved in your iTunes, you can access all of that from there. You can just drag it right in like a loop. If you have photos that are pre-saved in here, so if you have photo booth things or things that you've loaded up to iPhoto, anything like that, you'd be able to drag those in too. And then of course, you've got your movies. Now in the movies, if we look through here, we should be able to find new project 12, which is what I called my iMovie project. It's right here, and I go ahead and I drag that in. It creates the thumbnails, and then I am ready to begin creating my soundtrack. Now for the soundtrack, I may want to keep some sounds from the video, and I may want to add in new music to it. That's the idea, is you're going to recreate this from the ground up. Now, this is kind of your beginning steps, so I'm going to pause here. The second tutorial that you'll see in relation to the trailer soundtrack will get into how to use some of the sound effects and where you can find those. Until then, hope you've enjoyed GarageBand Basics with Red Hawk Media.